Frimpong had to lose his life, sadly, and it's quite unfortunate because we've experienced this over and over again. And what happened on Sunday only confirmed our complaints to the Ghanaian public. It's so sad. After the sad event, we managed to get the corpse deposited at the Sunyani Government Hospital. And as I speak to you now, postmortem is ongoing. So far, we on our part as management and supporters, we have come out for the whole world to know what has actually happened. And so, it is true that our supporter has passed on, and we are still waiting for the autopsy report. Then we take it from there. Some of our supporters are here, but even before we proceed, I think that I have to introduce them to you. And I'll begin with the man on my far left hand, Solomon Ofosu Wari. He's one of our supporters.
We agreed
in the country. Next, we have Mr. Bernard Kosize. He's a former chairman for the National Secretaries Council. And then next to him is Mr. Christopher Damina. He's the current chairman and supporters chairman. And then we have Mr. Kokon Bonsan, popularly known as K5. He's also a former National Secretaries Council chairman. And then we have Mr. Ogum. He's our accountant at the Secretariat. He's assisted by Richard Osakutu, who also doubles as our administrator. And I'm also helping at the legal department. And name is Samuel Safu Duku. And then to crown it all is the chairman of the interim management committee of the club, the great Asante Kotoko Sporting Club. It's Nana Apenkra. The Otumfos Kuntumpo Nyafere. He has been leading the charge as we speak to you now. So at this stage, I will allow some of our supporters who witnessed the incident to brief Mr. IGP and your men, so that you have a fair idea of what actually happened. And I'm sure that they will assist in your.
First of all, I came with some of my colleagues, the regional commander. And I have Assistant Commissioner and Director of Operations at the National IGP. I have Director General who also used to be at this town.
Formerly Asante.
Strong back. So the Baba is our Director General of MTTD. And you have my brother who is now
Actually,
Director General Services and just come across from Germany. And we have
yes.
The righteous man.
And we are here this morning for
Yeah, probably say, yeah,
we are here this morning for a very important message. A message that can only console but cannot bring back life. I've always seen life as people running a 100-meter race. Everybody has his or her lane. Nobody's lane crosses the other. Therefore, if you are on your lane and you come across the other person's lane, you can be on your first to end the race. You'll still be disqualified. In the same way, we've seen that all of us are in this world managing our own lanes. Wait and use it as part of the investigations that we are doing, so that the bottom line is to get the totality of the story and also make sure that we find the culprits and bring them to justice to make sure that everybody's heart is at peace. And if we are working on the investigation, it will just be appropriate that we would rather use this medium to appeal to all who have pieces of information that will help our investigations, to rather work with us and for us to use that information to unravel the situation and deal with it logically, and deal with it to a logical conclusion. So that's my plea for now. Thank you.
That if your advice is well taken, you are the man in charge. So we take it in good faith.
Thank you.
So at this stage, I will allow the IMC chairman.
When I speak, we can speak.
So then, that if you want to come from you. Thank you.
First of all, I came with some of my colleagues, the regional commander. And I have Assistant Commissioner and Director of Operations at the National IGP. I have Director General who also used to be at this town.
Formerly Asante.
Strong back. So the Baba is our Director General of MTTD. And you have my brother who is now
Actually,
Director General Services and just come across from Germany. And we have
yes.
The righteous man.
And we are here this morning for
Yeah, probably say, yeah,
we are here this morning for a very important message. A message that can only console but cannot bring back life. I've always seen life as people running 100-meter race. Everybody has his or her lane. Nobody's lane crosses the other. Therefore, if you are on your lane and you come across the other person's lane, you can be on your first to end the race. You'll still be disqualified. In the same way, we've seen that all of us are in this world managing our own lanes. So anytime, so anytime a person in his or her lane is unable to finish the race, it is to the disadvantage of humanity. Because whatever is embedded in that person, we should be of a blessing to others, is cut short. I'm told Yao, the little I've known about him, he says that to an extent, he is part of the soul of the club. Wait and use it as part of the investigations that we are doing, so that the bottom line is to get the totality of the story and also make sure that we find the culprits and bring them to justice to make sure that everybody's heart is at peace. And if we are working on the investigation, it will just be appropriate that we would rather use this medium to appeal to all who have pieces of information that will help our investigations to rather work with us and for us to use that information to unravel the situation and deal with it logically and deal with it to a logical conclusion. So that's my plea for now. Thank you.
That if your advice is well given, you are the man in charge. So we take it in good faith.
Thank you.
So at this stage, I will allow the IMC chairman.
When I speak, we can speak.
So then, that if you want to come from you, thank you.
Everybody in this world is here for a purpose, because that lane has to be walked or traveled or run by him or her alone.
It's true.
So we have always seen every human being as complementing another human being and not in competition to him or her. Because the race is unique. Nobody can run anybody's race. But the beauty of it is that when that race is being run and we are in our individual lanes, what comes out of it is that the joy of I finishing my race is to the benefit of humanity. Therefore, every human being's life contributes to the greater good of humanity. And therefore, every life that is taken, joy in the hearts of people and happiness across the world. So the question that comes is that Narteh is not there. Who is actually on his lane to complete it? So that is the value of life. That's why we have believed that anytime we have a choice between life and all other things, we'll choose life, because all other things are replaceable, but not life. That's why in this year's elections, last year's elections, we did everything that we ought to do. That if a table is being destroyed, if a chair is being broken, if a paper is being torn or is being bent, we will not resort to anything that will take life away. Because those papers and tables can be brought back to where the hour can be replaced. But the life as a result of our actions or inactions cannot. But if in the course of breaking the table and destroying the chairs or burning the papers, people's life are at risk, then we do whatever it takes to protect that. So we have been very circumspect in our mindset in terms of the type of policing we want to give to this country. It's a policing of engagement, de-escalation, and respect for human beings, because humanity is all what defines all of us, it pulls all of us together. So in line with our tradition and culture, when we heard of the matter, over a Sunday, we're trying to put all the stuff together and allow the regional commands to do whatever they have to do in terms of investigation and taking their time and being very professional, because we have moved from the reactive policing and moving on to a level that will take our time and gather the evidence and pick the issues and take it home, so that maturity of our democracy and our society will be out there for everybody to see. And because our tradition and culture also tells us that we are there for each other, and because of that, we need to also come and mourn with him. And then we said, it has also offered us the opportunity to come physically then and come and see the management. And the assurances that we gave you over the phone to let you hear it in person. So that at the end of the day, you know that we are committed to making sure that we get to the bottom of this matter. But the unfortunate bit is that we can't have our way. So our condolences to the Kotoko fraternity, the Kotoko family. And from here, after the funeral, we'll visit the family, mother, children, and wife as well. And in person, even giving them a hug will mean a lot in terms of they being comforted. And this is exactly why we came. And we hope and trust God. We hope and trust that God will give us the fortitude to walk through this period, which is so difficult and very trying. And at the end of it all, keep saying we'll learn lessons. We'll hope and pray that as we work together for the Ghana Football Association and with the club leadership, which I've requested a meeting, and I'm waiting for the feedback, but I've told them that from tomorrow I'm ready to have a meeting with them, with my leadership, so that we map a holistic approach in trying to make sure that we are very proactive in dealing with some of these things, because we cannot allow another life to be lost on an issue which is just a game of entertainment, a game to pull us together as a people. Because anytime we talk about football, especially at the national level, because me, I support all the local teams, because I want to be supporting Ghana and every other team I support. If you are playing, whoever is winning, I support you. When you are being beaten too much, I move to where you are being beaten, because you need people to sympathize with you. But when it comes to football, my team is Ghana. And the fact is that anytime you play, we see how football is able to pull all of us together. And at the same time, at the local level, it also pull us together. But we should look at it from the game perspective. A game to be enjoyed, a game to unite us, and a game to make our humanity complete. Because I've said time with that number, at times when I discuss things with my colleagues, I said, with all the things we do, I see we are in competition with each other. God should just give some of us the opportunity to be God for 1 hour. And what we'll do is I will put every urge to sleep. And the people who want, anyone who is interested, we allow you alone to be in this world and own everything and play football matches and watch. And then after that, you will see that without other human being, we are virtually. Yet we keep competing, and at times we keep showing levels of hatred and envy to a level that we find ourselves, whether we really and truly understand our being as a human being. Because if all human beings are gone and you are alone here, you have all the cars, you have all the houses, you have all the buildings, you have all the buildings, you have all the planes, you have all everything, and you are the only human being, where is your humanity? So this should prompt us and let us know that football, even in that case, is not life that you can say that you can allow some competition, which to me is not necessary. But football, which is just a game for a trophy, I've seen so many of them. So these trophies and one life, when you have to choose between, because the trophies are here. And if the trophies are here, and there are no human beings around the trophy, what would be the value of the trophy? So a game must be a game. And I think that's the biggest lessons we need to learn from this. So Nana, on behalf of the entirety of the Ghana Police Service, from the constable to the highest rank, we want to use this opportunity through you to my grandfather, Kotoko, and the entirety of the Kotoko family to wish you our best of condolences. But when we get to the family, the few words that we have for them too, we will put it out there. But for sure, be aware that we'll do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this matter, especially with the help that's going to come from you in terms of eyewitnesses. As we reported yesterday, we issued a statement, we we've arrested 3 people so far. They are still being interrogated, and it will lead to some arrests, and some of them, too, based on the evidence we get, may not be people of interest now, but to prima facie, we have something to move on. But as we keep weighing the evidence, we keep also looking at the case. We also send a special team also from Accra, including DNA experts, to also go and see to it that the investigation is thorough. Because we are not surprised that people can come out and say that in Africa, if you take 2 countries and want to have a peaceful environment, Ghana is one. And then being compared to countries of a level that of their development over the years that we are nowhere close, we're able to say that our place is being safer than places like Canada and others. And yet, we are not satisfied with that, because it is about Ghana, and it's not about comparing ourselves to anybody. It's about making sure that every lives matter. And that is why we decided, as soon as the incident happened, we did the investigation thing, which is the normal thing we do. But we wanted also to add humanity to the way we do things. That's why quickly, when we settled in and we saw the dynamics of the issue, I quickly had to make a couple of calls, and then spoke to a couple of the leadership, including my big brother, and conference calls to some of the leadership of the party, and letting you know that we are on the case, and we do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of it. We also took the time, as my big brother also said, to visit the family by my brother and his team, to console with them, mother, wife, and children. And I had the honor and privilege, humbly also, to just express my sympathy and condolences to them on the phone, and promise them that anytime we get opportunity, within the shortest possible time, we'll pass by to demonstrate our true Ghanaianness. So, unfortunately, yesterday we heard another uncomforting news about the passing of our new sector minister, the mother of our new sector minister. And in line with their culture and their religion and everything, means that the burial we can get the resource back. So that's our humbly, that's what brought us here. And as Ghanaians, yes.
Wow, holy Kasa, Mr. IGP and your team, we are extremely grateful that in spite of our big loss, we take a huge consolation in the fact that the Ghana Police Service is ready, able, and willing to get into the bottom of the matter. And that is our source of motivation. Once again, we are grateful. So at this stage, we invite the IMC chairman to summarize it all for us. But you know that there are some dire consequences if we have to keep the entire Ghana police force here for a long time. So now we summarize it all so that they can leave and take over the country for us.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the On behalf of the INC, the management, the esteemed supporters, supporter leadership of Massive. And some of our Canada play a rich children. And some are a talk muscle. With their conversation, I said, so for dear super police. That's it. That's assurance. I would from time as MEC, time as sports minister, you know, well, also free, and here in a chair, a Maya, a teacher, a Maya crash, I say, what I a Jumano, Mobaya, my Moma, Assembly, pharmacy. Na adeɛ baako a esi ya medi ho yaw kakra ɛne sɛ nim sɛ wɔn mmeranteɛ yi ɛna wɔkyerɛ wɔn sɛdeɛ yɛkɛgbɛni bɛka sɛ first call of first aid ɛnso asɛm ne de kan si yɛ no na officers ɛwɔ hɔ koraa no mmeranteɛ yi a yɛayɛ supporters ɛrehwɛ owura yi ɔda fam no office police officer Etuoshia no ho gyina ho obi kura baako kura videos ni bi adara wa me so mu bia na baako gyina ho no atwe ne kon na ehwe de ekɔ so esu na minim sɛ mo na mo ba to as independent year mo ba boy number oba e de everything the abafo eyewitness report so de e so ye be kan e kyerɛ de aba investigators. Now, attitude of the officers are there over, and person the two I said, I didn't hear, I dare see me. But I said, the bed, the two home. Now, what Chinabi, we visa a bar, or we say, or bar for a purpose, or bar, or bar, and saving life. And yes, a woman better will be a chisel in the way and I'm in the way. The apostle and the titi arrest apostle, you say, Bishop Saba. You say, my mama, I read teacher, Mama, you were 2 9 crab per year. Be a demonstration. Major Mira, and I was say, one no penny for. So aba better age. Na bibia yako. Ibeja aba mo. When they ever do when I was here, when I was the mobeka, the muhia bia so the lobo modern say be maybe I support. And on behalf of Bia so let's start our city on behalf of Mira so and we are Mako Sepa and Mabona Mami. And it's a question of Mabona for also me a year, we decided that and 3 years, and I must
much also. Mamma, I want to say, and actually, as we said, yes, you know, I can't. But the United States come next year for me. That's the first me, so and pray. Yes, your money is in at the low cancer season, so crack. I share. If you say, if I say, young boy, and a human man, so I'm on for any. Maybe no, young couple. And say, so yet, see, I won't say, yet, I say, who show mine no more. A Juma, the Conan Empire, as a needy, a kind. Oh, my, and me, every man, Uncle Quashi, so I. The name of Bittery. And him say, never be Brina, never be bro, as a year, now you do. Intina can't be, Intina Dimrica, Jamba, Nina children, and Mamma say, said you be cry, cause name for ya, Nema Katanka Crana, to see my train, Yeah, I've been so. It sounds you would see. I go your fall. And I walk from my people. And only police tight to us said it. I command any trade move for. Among whom from so, no what to me I am. The police now I am necessary. I get the police. I hear police a ma, it's in Wakuma. And now a ma etia before. Now we are sans such a name and sacrament. A unipenny and so and a new bedding, a bedroom. And so I actually, if it's a Bible class, any penny out of why now was a team move for the old young officer, we yet they are all my gun. Many patrons were over human when he saw a crowd of almost so many, yet I say, and so